Okay, interesting open so far. First thing I want to do is I'm gonna trim some Unity profits here for 60%. Oh my gosh, Google getting beaten down. Let's get MSTR up here. Yeah, it's getting beaten down pretty badly too. I'm gonna trim some of this stuff here. Let's take a closer look at Google here. I'm watching IonQ, but I want a few candles to play out. Oh, Apple's looking really good here, actually. Apple's looking really good. I'm gonna chase Apple with a small position here. I'm gonna buy next week's contracts. MSGR is holding. Unity's up over 100% for me. Holy crap. We took half of the Unity off. I'm gonna hold the other half. All right, that's why I was patient with IonQ there. MSTR getting hit pretty hard. Google looking okay. Let's take a closer look at Google here. I mean, Google looking pretty good here. Fill that gap. Brutal what they're doing to MSTR here. How bad does Bitcoin look? We did break back under this parallel channel, which you don't want to see. I wonder. This 4 hour is looking pretty good earlier this morning. It's still looking okay. You need a bounce here though, or else it's gonna get kind of ugly. All right, let's take a closer look at IQ. We just flipped on overall. This pre-market looks. The pre-market was pretty dead. All right, I'm gonna do some more cuts here. I'm gonna build up some more cash. I'm still up on most of my Google swings here. Yeah, short trigger set. Unity is looking really good here. Wanted to hold over 28. It is looking pretty overbought here. This thing can get way more overbought. 4 hour looking good. Daily looking good. I'll let those run a little bit more. INQ still has, I mean, it's defending this pre-market pretty decently. It's got increased R vol here. I don't like how that 65-minute looks. I'm gonna reset alert here, see if it reclaims this level on the day. If it does, it's crazy bullish. Um, see, I don't know why that alert just went off. It didn't touch that, didn't even get close. Why does it keep doing that? I know Billy was also a big runner this morning. Apple catching a bounce. Google continuing to sell off. I got some longer dated swings on Google that I'm going to hold into this. They look fine so far. I might cut some more lottos here. Apple catching a bounce off the bullish EMA on the 5 minute, looking good. INQ starting to improve a bit here. Got to give that one more time. Bitcoin doing its job and catching a bounce when it needs to. A-Lab catching some bids here. Those Apple premiums have come down substantially. Holy crap. I still like the play though. 1 minute getting bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 15-minute bearish as well. All right, I think I might short spy here. All right, I bought some 622 puts for tomorrow. Tesla's melting here. This is actually a setup for a short on Tesla. I'm gonna hold off. Because honestly, I wanted to short the open, but I was managing some positions that were swung. It is pretty brutal break right here. It's a key level break and breaking from this support here as well. Yikes! Coin getting lots of bids this morning. We have calls there. Great recovery so far. SPY surprisingly bouncing strong. Keep an eye on this 5 minute here. Wow, this is actually doing a full recovery right here. I'm gonna hold these shorts until you get back over the 623.66. Wow, SPY squeezing. Set a new high on the day. MSTR getting bids too. Google lagging. You're getting this RSI, SMA cross. Well, shit. I might have just got caught up in chop here. I'm about to have to cut this. If we get a push over that high on this short position. I wanted to set it up because I'm long Google, I'm long Apple. I was thinking about getting long on INQ. I'm long on coin right here. It's reversing out of the hole completely. Hmm. Honestly, I want to see another candle here. See if it starts to flip this breakdown on the 15-minute. ALAB not continuing the bounce. Oil flat, so it's not war news. DXY longs still look really good here. Yields bouncing. IWM catching strong bids into TLT melting, which is interesting. Hmm. Getting some retracements here on SPY, Amazon, and Google. Google's technicals on the daily and the weekly are amazing. Amazing. Like I'm keeping a real close eye on this one, especially as it back tests this key level here. I think we hold this. I think Google wants to go a lot higher. The monthly's still really weak, but there's really good technicals here. Yeah, you back tested that key level perfectly. The 1 minute starting to recover here. 5 minute looks okay. I really, really want to try and stick with that name. INQ don't look that great here. Tesla has an ugly bearish divergence there. Meta looks really solid here. Arvol's dead. Is Arvol dead across the board? No volume there. No volume there. IWM starting to get some decent volume. Q's volume's dead. SPY volume dead. Arvol's not even above 0.5. And honestly, you want it above 0.1. In this minor retracement, nothing's coming back to me on these puts. I'm probably going to cut these here. Minor loss. So be it. I don't want to sit in that any longer. I mean, Bitcoin getting a solid bounce here. MSTR waking up. Really faked out me out. I had some MSTR longs that I cut this morning. Ew! Ugh! Oh, my trading this morning is super sloppy. Oh, let's take this headset off. Let's chill for a moment. Because I'm in a slop fest right now. Ugh, okay. Let's make sure we have an alert set here on Unity over this 2830. I locked in over 100% here this morning, but I don't want to roll it yet. Just because it's so overbought. Let's change this to a 5-minute chart. Keep an eye on that. It's looking really good. Apple doing a slight recovery. There. I mean, my Google swings look fine, honestly. Bum, 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 bum. All right, Bitcoin reclaimed this level. It's looking a lot better. MSTR looking a lot better. INQ testing the low here. There's the big sell in here. After a triple top. Damn, I might get back in. But it feels like a FOMO reaction, so I'll probably just sit out for now. I don't like getting in when I feel like I'm FOMOing. Nothing's very clear here. I might just sit on my hands for the rest of the day and just let this play out a bit. Really like ALAB defending that low. I have some really far dated calls there. I still like this Apple position, despite this 5-minute not looking great. Google on the 15-minute does not look good. 65-minute rolling over here. I'll hold through the pullback on Google. If you break that low a day, you're going to break a pretty big key level, though. It's going to be nasty. There's SPY rolling over a bit more. It did give up. Now these are coming back to me really nicely. Look at the 65-minute. All right, I'm going to try this again. Ooh, no, I can't get filled. Ain't that a bummer? So now the 65 minutes rolling over pretty substantially. I'm breaking the body of the previous candle here. You're coming into support, but the 4 hours rolling over here. The only thing that makes this like really dangerous is that your R vol is really weak. But let's see if we can come test the 622 lows right here. You've got a nice bearish divergence though. So I'm gonna try to really sit in this one, in this entry. Bring entry. Looking for one of our subscribers or something. Yeah, I'm looking for the 622. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for the 622.45 to break. Uh, you just had a new low there, and you still have some pretty bearish influence here on the 65, on the 15 and the 65, and now the 4 hour rolling over. 4 hour candle hasn't finished though, so it's not really the greatest indicator. But we've got some pretty decent selling pretty much across the board. Google being weak, Nvidia rolling over here, Microsoft rolling over here. Amazon's trying to catch a bid because of Prime Day. Prime Day usually turns into a sell event, which is going to be weak for tomorrow. Tesla catching a bid off 290. If it reclaims here, it might be a setup for a long. Like the video looking good. PLT, Meta really strong today. Unable to reclaim. Friday highs here. Isn't the greatest. The volume is awful. IQ not looking good. Shop getting some interesting bids here. Monsieur rolling over. Unity pushing higher. I'm gonna cut this apple. That's good. It's a brutal L, honestly, but I'm gonna take it. I don't like the daily rolling over here. Weekly's not fired yet. Yeah, it's just not as good as Google or other names. Ew. Damn. I want to say if Tesla didn't break the daily here, like the daily still looks good, and the weekly still looks good. I think I look for the gap fill back to the upside for Tesla here. That might be the move. These are pretty cheap this morning. Because you've reclaimed, you've faked out a breakdown and reclaimed that big key level there. The 65 minute can still recover here. 4 hour might be bottomed. Taking it here with a stop at 293 is not a terrible idea. Hold on. Yeah. Let's actually just set our alert here. We'll chase it over 303. All right, we're coming lower on SPY still. 5 minute pretty bearish. 15 minute about to flip. Okay, I'm up. Ugh. I'm back. Unity has a really good bullish divergence right here on the 1 minute. Or I'm sorry, bullish divergence. What am I saying? Holy cow, I'm drunk. It's resetting really nicely here. Back into the EMA. Like the 1 minute got extremely overbought and then just kind of reset as it traveled higher. Like we really, really like to see that. If I was gonna roll, this would be the time to do it. I'm gonna roll to the 32s for next week. So if we get a solid move over 28 and this thing continues to behave as well as it is, I know it's still crazy overbought, but that's just unity when it gets to these moves. The daily hasn't even flipped on the TTM. So it's still catching up to the weekly, which has plenty of room still to run. I'm gonna give this one a shot. A lab bleeding there is not really what you want to see. Spy trying to catch some bids here. Just kind of resetting, trying to defend this pre-market zone here. So honestly, where you might look for a long. Let's see if we can just break it. 5 minutes trying to flip. On their time frame, still definitely bearish. So I'm gonna sit short here still. So you're testing the bottom of the orb here and catching some bouncing. If you're trading futures, you want the next candle here to be an entry for a short. If this candle extends much longer, you can try an entry. Like you would short ES here, and you put your stop right above the top of the orb on the next candle, not on this one. This one needs to clearly break through this previous low right here. It didn't do it. Five minutes trying to reverse here. We are pretty extended from the EMAs. 65 minutes still rolling over. You still had the confluence on the 15-minute and 65-minute, which still wants me to keep that short. I shouldn't have cut that first entry into the shorts. I don't know. I'm just off my game today. It is a weird, like, mixed bag open. Let's look at the heat map here real quick. The financial sector is getting hit. Uber up. Uber most green on the day. All right. Google's about to test this again. 15 minutes flipping. I guess I got to size down a little bit on my. I have some really big swing positions here. So I'll size down minorly at pretty much break even here. The 15-minute on IIQ is flipping, and this thing's not. I mean, you got a pretty ugly candle on the 65-minute, but you're not breaking below this bullish divergence. Oh, I remember it's calling out ALAB. I mean, I'm in it, but it doesn't look exciting at all. I mean, quite honestly, there's no good volume on any of this selling at all. And like Spice here is trying to bounce off this level. I'm trying to low right there. Core weave almost interesting here. I'm gonna bring down my buy trigger a bit. I mean, I think a core wave long here might be able to work. I wonder what these are priced like though. You bought UNH calls? Ugh. I don't know about UNH. I only like trading UNH when it looks like it's waking up. And it does not look like it's waking up yet. Spy about to squeeze me out again. Oh. Hmm. Ticking higher with the pump on Amazon. Honestly, the 5 minute on Google is starting to reverse here. Bounce. Bitcoin one over. Apple week. Tesla week. Meta strong. TLT on the weaker end. Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Spy about to flip. If Google reclaims this on the 15 minute, I might load back in size. I had to be cautious at this key level when it was starting to break. I still have a very sizable position here. You're about to recover on the 1 minute here, though. It looks like the market wants to bounce. I could probably take off this spy hedge here soon. Not yet, but soon. Ew. This is just a miserable market. Honestly, I got caught up today, and the trading was unimpressive, pretty sloppy, especially for me. Which it happens. We haven't had a bad day in about well, it's been over a month almost since I've had a bad day. But they do happen. Eventually they come for you. So futures traders, what you're looking for, I mean, honestly, that looks like a midpoint touch where you can potentially get short. But what you want to see is the next candle. You want that second candle confirmation after a breakdown on either side of the orb. Otherwise, you just get faked out. Like, there hasn't been a long signal. If you're trading futures, there hasn't been a long signal even once today. There might have been one on the reclaim here. Can you take this long? Right here might be a long. And that might be the only trade you really have. Mm. This is because it's been a low vol chop fest. Just taking it slow. Google breaking down, Amazon breaking down now. Pullback is pretty healthy. I mean, literally in the YouTube video last night, we were talking about how, we've done about a 6% move here with no pullbacks. Pretty much for all July, we've been bullish. So a bit of a back test, even just a back test of this bullish EMA on the daily. Could not be shocking at all. But everything here says the market go a lot higher. I would like this month to see this monthly TTM kind of reverse a bit. Nothing screaming that. One of our traders feels like the trade talks are breaking down. He's getting very short for the end of the week. Interesting. Google melts them badly. Wonder if there's news here. This looks like a really nice inverted head and shoulders playing out right here. But it looks like the tail end of it. It's not really something excited about chasing. That was a big volume sell on, well, decent volume sell on Google there. Breaking new lows. Looks like it's defending yesterday's lows, so weren't able to push it lower. Nothing's really making me jump up and down for joy, honestly. I'm about to cut these SPY puts at break even. Just get out. Get out and get away from the charts, honestly, because this just looks like a chop fest. I mean, nothing looks too exciting, but nothing also looks like all that concerning, honestly. Like, all I'm really looking is like a break of the trigger I have here of the 622.45. I know some of my Discord members are still in those puts that I bought this morning. They should have some decent profits here. Probably should be looking to secure partials. This looks like it's trying to recover 35-minute. And it's like defending this 35-minute, this 30-minute bullish EMA here. So 622.45 is such a big level because if you break that, you're probably going to just kind of plunge lower and then you're going to test your bullish EMA on the 65-minute. This is ideally where I want to end up, is down here. Everything's saying that we probably will, honestly. So I guess I set these puts a little bit longer. You did finally get a short signal here, by the way. It's like this candle breaks the orb. That's kind of weak. When this candle gives the confirmation, you set up a short and you set your stop at the bottom of the orb. That's how that would work. This was also a short that ended up getting denied. Let's see if this one gets denied. It's like Abraham woke up. Yeah, he's slinging trades everywhere. What is going on, Ed? Closing Oracle calls, selling Weeble calls, closing out your NDB calls. He's going nuts. The crazy amount of alerts. Hold up here. Hey, 1 second. I'm live streaming. I'm going to mute myself before. Guys, I did not look at the stream or see that. I literally have not been sharing my screen the whole morning. And we're streaming at 7:20 p.m. What is going on? Huh, okay. I gotta do an upgrade to stream in HD. I didn't know you had to pay for this. This feels like something I shouldn't have to pay for. But whatever, it's not that expensive. I'll set that up tomorrow. Feels goofy. What is going on? Did one of our bots break? Because this thing's going nuts. Either Abraham just closed every single position he had open, or our bot is bugging the hell out right now. Oh, he closed his Google? Well, if Abe's closing his Google, I should probably buy more. INQ trying a bit of a recovery here. These lower time frames were still telling me it's going lower. It'd be a really interesting buy. The setup here on the daily is beautiful. Like this setup here on the daily looks like a perfect cup and handle that wants to play out. I mean, it's not I mean, it came right to your bullish EMA this morning on that dip. And now it's doing a solid recovery back over. I guess I would just prefer to see the 65. I mean, you even defended the 65-minute EMA. I mean, hmm. I think I gotta buy some longs here. Um, I don't really have a choice. It's just one of those moments where it doesn't look that great, but the market doesn't look that great, but everything on this chart's telling me that even if I come here, I do have a pretty wide stop here. So I can't size too large, but I can size up if we get over the 45.55. And the weekly is confirming this movement, right? It is. So honestly, what I want is you honestly hunt for like a new high. So I wonder, can you snipe these for like? Oh, there's buyers streaming in here. You guys front running me on this. What's going on? Don't do that. It's not nice. I'm even coming in on the dip. Hmm. All right, I filled a small starter position here. I bought the 50 calls for the end of the month. Yeah, I filled because of that dip there. They really didn't want to fill those contracts though. They finally widened the spreads out and gave me an entry. But let's try to sit in that and see if that can catch a further bounce. And then if it gives me the trigger, I'll try to load it up some more. I can't come in with too much size because our stop's so far down. Um, but I can give it a whirl. I mean, overall, this market isn't anything that's really making me too panicky. Um, Google's a bit of a bummer, kind of getting a sell off here. I noticed that it even burned Abe out, which is he in here yet? Nope, still no sign of the Abraham. TMO looks pretty interesting if it can reclaim 434. It's a pretty big key level, right? You're almost better waiting for it to break for 40, but I want to review it after it breaks the 434. Hood catching some bids, and it looks like Bull is trying to play some catch up. Tesla's still unable to break the CMA. Um, Gotta make some additional notes here for Discord members on the IonQ position. SPY coming down here lower still. We're still short. Looking for the bigger breakdown. So Unity came to its 15-minute EMA and is finally catching a solid bounce here. Those look fine. Even my Google longs look fine. ISOM August calls, they're down 14%. It's not bad for this move. Okay, there's my spy alert that we're starting to break this pre-market. Looks like they're trying to bid it up right there. The 1 minute is actually trying to do a full recovery here. You're pretty far from the bearish EMAs. Oh, let me. I gotta talk to the wife real quick, actually. I might shoot her a text. Oh, it's almost like 10 a.m., guys. We're in profits now on SPY. There's the plunge as the pre-market structure breaks. Could try to lock in a partial here. So what puked? The video looks fine. Apple looks weak. Meta looks fine. Uber, the most green stock on the market right now. Let's look at this bastard. That's why it's so green. Honestly, it looks like it wants to go higher. I mean, this flat RSI, while this thing pushes higher, is bullish divergence of the weekly. Like you're breaking new highs without the daily getting to a more overbought level. It's a bullish divergence on the daily as well. Well, congrats if you caught this. Looks like there was a trend line I was watching for it to come meet. Huh, it's a weird one. to chase though. There's no clean setup here. I mean, when you see it rallying and the R vol climbs like this, though, it's a good indication that it's worth chasing, though. Something to be mindful of, like when you get these big moves off the open, if the relative volume's also climbing with the move higher, it's a good indication that chasing it or looking to scalp it higher um, is a good move, especially when the higher time frames look good like that. Just wasn't on my radar, and I don't think it's worth chasing here, but it might be a good dip buy, maybe. I'm not a fan of them fundamentally, so it's not really something I'm keen on doing personally. Uh, I do have some partials set to take on Spy, but they haven't been triggered yet, so just letting this print. And Q looks like it's Amazon's was puked. I mean, that's pretty normal from Amazon. Actually, is this is probably what I should try to short into Prime Day. Oh wait, does Prime Day start today or tomorrow? It's 7th to the 10th, right? Oh no, it starts tomorrow. It's probably too early to fade it. If the numbers are good and sales look strong, it'll probably be good to try and to take some of that. Um, okay, I'm getting a little impatient with taking a partial on SPY, so I'm gonna come meet the market where it's at. I wanna lock in a win here. Sorry, I said a double bottom. I think that was a good move to try and lock in a partial there. Get a win on the board. We're green on SPY overall now. I mean, honestly, we got a few wins on the board, but a lot of my swings got hit hard today, so it's not a good day for me. That's okay. I did unmute myself, right? I'm not muted right now, am I? I'm not. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not used to the live streaming thing, okay? I didn't even have my screen on for the first full freaking hour. It's very distracting. Gotta get used to it. Especially with all the comments I see over there and then the comments in the Discord, and then I gotta watch all the charts. I'll adjust. Oh, by the way, I guess this is a good point to say, like, hey, I got a free newsletter you guys should check out over on Substack. Daily posts on there. Also, we have a public performance tracker as well. So if you can also see all our bots and everything that we have created. So this is the actual tracker, how it's all coded. It's all listed there for third-party verification that this data that is reported into the performance tracker is not manipulated at all. So we're having a bad day today, but as you can see, um, overall, really good performance here. So far we have almost a full month's worth of data in here. Um, so check it out. If you also want to learn like what the sizing is or how the sizing methodology is calculated, check out this document here. Um, it's part of our free education. There's a bunch of it. So if you're on X, like it's just pinned to my account, so check that out. If you're in the Discord, there's I don't know, there's a literal shit ton of free education and stuff that you can look at for free. So check that out if you want to. Um, I'm gonna hop off here though and just be streaming the rest of the day in the Discord. So if you want to talk to me, head over there. And if not, I will see you tomorrow or talk to you in the free newsletter tonight. Have a good one, guys. Pretty lame day, by the way. I don't really anticipate much else to really happen today. Maybe some more slow, steady selling. I guess before I go, I'll look and see if there seems to be a reversal forming here. Um, no, not really. Your 65 minute is just now getting better, so we probably need to come test the CMA here. Short term bounce, but this is given resistance all day. It's pretty clean for the. You might have gotten stopped out if you were trading orb on the futures, and that would have been unfortunate. But you would have it would have given you a signal to go short again here. That's a really good trade. A trade that's only just now like stopping you here. If you're a wild man, you'd actually stop at the previous low here. So you would stop right here as well. So I wouldn't. I'd probably be out here and then I'd be looking to get back in if we can break the previous low. But I trade like 3 lots at a time on futures and really like to scalp like the strong moves and then get out. Um, we'll probably do some live trading with futures later in the week. We were supposed to last week and I just forgot. I don't like when I trade futures, I use the prop accounts and I just make a lot more from options. And so it's more of like a hobby. It's kind of like a fun challenge because honestly, the prop run fun rules are meant to fuck you badly. And so it just feels like someone's put like a parking brake on me, but it's fun. And it's nice to show a lot of the younger, it's a younger audience that typically uses the prop fund accounts who don't have a lot of money. So it's fun to show them how to do it and that it can be done, even though it kind of sucks. It's a give and take because it's kind of nice to be like, okay, I only have $200 in this, so even if I take like a 10K loss, I'm only losing $200, and I can also have like 5 accounts for like $1,000 with like Top Step, and that's cool. That's cool because it really minimizes your losses, right? So if you're really good, it's a great method to make money. But if you're not an experienced trader, you're gonna give them like $6,000 minimum before you actually figure it out. And then you also got to get over the psychological hump of like, okay, now I've passed my account. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. It's really not that bad though. I've had a lot of success teaching like some of our younger members how to do it. I actually think we're gonna do a live stream later this week. I'm gonna teach my younger brother-in-law how to do it. He's like in his early 20s. That should be fun. Yeah, we're just steadily pushing lower. There's not really much else to really discuss here. For Forex guys, a long dollar looks like probably the cleanest trade on the market right now, honestly. This looks like it's setting a low and faking a breakdown from a major key level on a longer time frame. Swinging long DXY seems like the move, especially with yields trying to catch a bounce off this trend line here. You can kind of give a bigger view of the structure here. Um, Watch this because if it actually gets good follow through on this wedge breakout, Yikes. That could really throw this market off its bull trajectory. Wow, what a puking from IWM. Everything faked out the gap fill to the upside today. Just brutal. I mean, Q's didn't even try to fake it out. Q's just tech really be that weak right now. Really be that weak is what I said. I'm tired. Did I finish my coffee? Uber's still looking strong. No reason to cut A-Lab. I still see no reason to cut Google. I really want to stick with this because the longer time frames still look great. I mean, most of this just looks like retracements to the 65-minute. Yep. Okay, I'm for real gonna end the stream now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you caught a few wins. Maybe you were along Unity with us last week. You caught a huge win because we sold that for over 100%. Looks like the rolls are getting bodied a little bit, but I don't hate it. Oh yeah, they're fine right now. I'm not too worried about that. Even a little bit of bleeding on Google's no big deal here. IonQ just flat on that one. Again, I'm gonna be really looking to size up on this one, and it's like pretty shortly after I start receiving confirmations that it's ready to run. They're really widening out spreads here on a lot of different names. Actually, let me look at this real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. Wonder. Really? Hmm. Okay, let me check one more thing. And all they did was straddle this? All right. Well, I thought I found something that was interesting, but I guess not. There's a few whale flows that caught my attention, but they're just betting on each side of the market right now. There's a lot of straddles going through. There's a massive straddle on Amazon, by the way. I think same buyer bought the 260s and the 195s. Wow, so expensive. Huh. What am I targeting here? I think I look for 220. Honestly, I won't be greedy about it. I'll look for two. Give me a 621 and I'll go ahead and get out. All right. For real, we're gonna end the stream now, guys. I will say, if you're short SPY here, don't let this position go into the red. Okay, we took some partials, we locked in some profits. Don't let this shit go into the red on some, Trump tweet or something. But right now, it just looks like a slow sell here. Yep. I got nothing else. Boring day. Not much.